Good everyone, you're welcome to my YouTube channel once again. Today we have this trigonometric problem to prove that if sine x plus cos x is equal to pi all over 8, then sine x minus cos x is equal to plus minus square root of 1 to 8 minus pi square all over 8. Okay, no calculator is needed here, so now we need to perform some algebraic manipulations. Okay, now this is the first equation there, so let's square both sides of this equation. So we have sine x plus cos x squared is equal to pi all over 8 squared. Okay, we're very familiar with this expansion here, that this is the same as sine square x plus cos square x plus 2 sine x cos x, and this is equal to, pi all over 8 squared is pi square all over 64. Okay, now we're very familiar with this, that sine square x plus cos square x is equal to 1 for all values of x. So we have 1 plus 2 sine x cos x is equal to pi square all over 64. Now, when we subtract 1 from both sides of this equation, so we have 2 sine x cos x is equal to pi square all over 64 minus 1. Now, dividing both sides by the coefficient of sine x cos x, so that is this 2. So we divide both sides by 2. So these 2 and these 2 get cancelled out. So we have sine x times cos x to be, pi square over 64 divided by 2 is pi square all over 1 to 8. Then minus 1 all over 2. Okay, now let's x equal to sine x minus cos x. So square both sides. So we have x squared is equal to sine x minus cos x squared. Okay, now we have x squared is equal to, when we expand this, so this is the same as sine square x plus cos square x, then minus 2 sine x cos x. Okay, now we know that this value here, that is this right hand side, is the same thing as when we square sine x plus cos x squared, then minus 4 times sine x times cos x. Okay, now this is s is equal to this. So let's take substitution of the value of sine x plus cos x and sine x times cos x. So we have x squared is equal to, sine x plus cos x is pi all over 8. Then pi over 8 squared is what? Pi square all over 64. Then minus 4, open bracket, sine x times cos x. From this place, we have the value to be pi square over 1 to 8 minus 1 all over 2. We have x squared is equal to pi square over 64 minus, 4 times this reduces the denominator. So we have pi square all over 32, then plus, because we multiplying these brackets, everything in the bracket will be negative 4. So plus 4 times 1 over 2 is what? 2. So we have x squared is equal to, pi square over 64 minus pi square over 32. If you multiply here by 2 all over 2, the denominator will become 64. So pi square minus 2 pi square is negative pi squared, okay, all over 64, then plus 2. So, and this simplify more towards, this is, if you multiply here by 32, by 64 over 64. So we have this equal to, 64 times 2 is 128 minus pi squared over 64. So we have, therefore, x is equal to, which is the value of sine x minus cos x, square root, that is plus minus square root of 128 minus pi squared over 64. So x is equal to plus minus square root of 128 minus pi squared over 8.